$100,000. That's what it can cost to create housing for one homeless person in San Francisco. And every year, over $100,000 more is spent per person. Now look at this. People sleeping on sidewalks, on concrete that can reach 160 degrees, tents in direct sunlight, no shade, no water, no escape. Inside those tents, it feels like an oven just blocks away, cold drinks, air conditioning, rooftop pools. Two completely different worlds, same city. Now pause, because this city allocated $785.6 million in a single year. And still, people are out here, still collapsing in the heat, still trying to survive on burning sidewalks. So here's the question. If it costs this much, why are they still here? Here's what most people don't understand. That $700,000 is the cost to build housing. That $100,700 is what's being spent every year per person. But none of it moves in a straight line. It passes through layers, through systems, through decisions made far from the street. And somewhere in that process, something breaks. Because if this money was actually working, this wouldn't exist. Not like this, not in this heat. Now pause, because in the next few minutes, we're going to follow that money, from city budgets to housing projects to the street. And what you're about to see explains exactly why people are still out here. So stay with me till the end, and if you want more stories like this, subscribe to GlobePath, because what we uncover next will change how you see this crisis. The human story, a man living inside a 50-seat tent. Marcus is 54 years old. He lives on a sidewalk in San Francisco. Last summer, he collapsed in the heat, not from drugs, not from violence, from heat. The ground beneath him was so hot, he couldn't sit still. He says it felt like the concrete was burning through his clothes. His tent doesn't protect him, it traps the air. Inside, temperatures can reach 50 degrees Celsius. He keeps a wet towel around his neck, but it dries in minutes. Water runs out fast. Shade doesn't exist. So he walks, slowly, back and forth, just to stay conscious. A few blocks away, there's Daniel. He's 38. He used to work in construction before an injury pushed him onto the street. Now, every summer feels like survival. He sleeps under a thin plastic sheet tied between two poles. By noon, the heat becomes unbearable. He says the worst part isn't even the hunger, it's the thirst. His lips crack, his head spins. Sometimes he sits outside a store just to feel a few seconds of cold air when the door opens. But it never lasts. Nothing lasts out here. Now pause, because while more than $100,000 is being spent per person every year, Marcus is still on that sidewalk. Daniel is still under that plastic sheet. No permanent housing, no consistent care, no real protection from the heat, just another summer, getting hotter, getting harder. And they are not the exception. They are the system's reality. Thousands of people living like this right now, while millions are being spent in their name. So the question becomes, if the money exists, why does their reality never change? Follow the money where $785.6 million actually goes. $785.6 million, that's the budget for one city in 1 year. Break it down, and it's over $700 per person every single year. On paper, that should mean real change. But the money doesn't move in a straight line. It spreads across departments, across programs, across layers most people never see. A large portion goes into temporary solutions. Hotels, for example. During emergency programs, some rooms cost $150 to $300 per night. That's around $4,500 to $9,000 per month for one person. And yet it's not permanent. When funding ends, people return to the street. Then there are shelters, beds that can cost $20,000 to $60,000 per year per person, but still don't provide long-term stability. Now add administration, management, contracts, operational costs, Every layer takes a share of that $785.6 million. Every step slows the process, and by the time the money reaches the street, the impact is smaller than expected. Now pause, because the biggest cost comes next: housing. In San Francisco, building a single unit can cost up to $700,000 for one person. That means fewer units get built, and thousands are left waiting. Waiting in the heat, waiting on sidewalks that burn under the sun. So the system keeps spending, millions after millions, but the street doesn't change. The tents remain, the heat remains, the crisis remains. So here's the question: is this money solving the problem, or just managing it? System failure: why the crisis keeps getting worse. The money is there, the programs are there, the plans are already written, and still nothing changes. Every year, millions are spent. Every year, new initiatives are announced, new strategies, new pilot programs. On paper, it looks like progress. Reports get published, numbers get presented. But on the street, it feels exactly the same. The tents don't disappear, the sidewalks don't clear, the heat doesn't stop. Because the system isn't built for speed, it's built for process. Approvals take time. Projects take years. Decisions move slowly, step by step, layer by layer. But the crisis doesn't wait. The heat doesn't wait. It rises fast. It traps people in tents. It turns sidewalks into danger zones. Heat stroke can take a life in just 10 to 15 minutes. That's all it takes. One hot afternoon. No shade, no water, no help. And while that's happening, the system is still moving at its own pace. Reviewing, approving, delaying. Now, pause. Because this is where the gap becomes impossible to ignore. A fast-moving crisis trapped inside a slow-moving system. And the result? People fall through. Not because help doesn't exist, but because it doesn't arrive in time. Tents stay up. Streets stay crowded. Summers get hotter, and the same cycle repeats. More money, same outcome. So here's the question: is the system actually solving the problem, or has it become too slow to ever catch up? Who benefits? If it's not working, who is it working for? $785.6 million is being spent every year. That's over $100,700 per person. And yet, the streets still look the same. Tents sitting under direct sunlight, people lying on sidewalks that can reach 160 degrees. No shade, no relief. So the question starts to change. Not just where the money goes, but who it actually benefits. Because when you follow the system closely, a pattern begins to appear. The money doesn't stay in one place. It moves through contracts, programs, and agreements. Nonprofits receive funding to operate shelters and outreach services. Private operators manage hotel programs where rooms can cost $150 to $300 per night. That's $45,000 to $9,000 per month for one person. Consultants are brought in to design strategies, produce reports, and plan future responses. Every layer has a role, and every layer gets paid. Now, pause. Because as long as the system continues, the funding continues. Month after month, year after year. But solving the problem completely? That would mean fewer contracts, fewer programs, less money flowing through these structures. And that's where things become uncomfortable. Because instead of ending the crisis, the system begins to revolve around managing it, keeping it controlled, keeping it ongoing, keeping it funded. Meanwhile, on the street, nothing really changes. Marcus is still there. Daniel is still there. Thousands are still there, exposed to the same heat, the same risk, the same conditions. Another summer arrives. The temperature rises. And the cycle repeats. More spending. Same outcome. So here's the question. If so many parts of this system depend on the crisis continuing, what incentive is there to actually end it? The breaking point. When heat exposes everything, every system can hide its weaknesses. On paper, everything looks controlled. Budgets are approved. Programs are running. Reports show progress. But none of that is tested in comfort. It's tested under pressure. And in San Francisco, that pressure is heat. Because heat doesn't wait. It doesn't slow down for planning or approvals. It rises fast and it hits hard. And when it does, the system is forced to respond in real time. Out here, there's no protection, no insulation, no controlled environment. Tents sit under direct sunlight, trapping hot air inside. Sidewalks absorb heat all day, turning into surfaces that can burn skin. People try to survive with whatever they have: small bottles of water, pieces of cardboard for shade, wet cloth that dries within minutes, but it's never enough. The body starts to react. First, dehydration, then dizziness, then confusion, and if nothing changes, collapse. Heat stroke can take a life in just 10 to 15 minutes. That's all it takes. Now pause. Because this is where everything becomes clear. All the spending, all the programs, all the systems that exist on paper, none of it matters if it can't protect someone for even a few hours in extreme heat. Because that's the real test. Not long-term plans, not future projects, but right now, right here, on the street. And every summer, that test repeats. Temperatures rise higher, heat waves last longer, more people are pushed to their limits, and the same outcome keeps showing up. People left exposed, people left waiting, people left without help when they need it most, so the question becomes unavoidable. If the system is designed to protect people, why does it fail at the exact moment they need it the most? Because in the end, this isn't just about money or planning, it's about time. And for people living on the street, time runs out much faster. The final question. If the money is there, why are they still here? Marcus is still on that sidewalk. Same spot, same tent. Another summer. The heat feels worse now. He says it starts earlier in the day and stays longer. By noon, the ground is already too hot to sit on. By evening, his body is drained. Every day feels like survival. Not progress, not recovery, just survival. A few blocks away, Daniel is still there too. Still under that thin plastic sheet. Still waiting for something permanent, something stable, something that lasts. But nothing does. Programs come and go. Rooms open, then close. Support appears, then disappears. And they end up right back where they started, on the street, in the heat. Now pause. Because by this point, we've seen the numbers. $785.6 million, over $100,700 per person every year, up to $700,000 to build a single unit. The money is there, the system is there, the plans are already in place, and still, Marcus is on that sidewalk. Daniel is under that plastic sheet. So what's missing? Is it execution? Is it priorities? Is it time? Or is it something deeper inside the system itself? Because this is no longer just a funding issue. This is a results issue. Year after year, more money flows in. And yet, the outcome stays the same. Tents, heat, survival. So here's the final question. If the money exists, why doesn't the result follow? Another summer, same reality. Another summer arrives. The temperature rises, the sidewalks heat up again, and nothing really changes. Marcus wakes up on the same concrete, same tent, same routine. He checks his water, rations it, waits for shade that never really comes. By afternoon, the heat is everywhere, in the air, on the ground, inside his body. Daniel goes through the same cycle, looking for small moments of relief, standing near open doors for a second of cold air, moving constantly, just to avoid collapsing. This isn't temporary anymore, this is routine. Now pause, because everything we've seen, the $785.6 million, the $100,700 per person every year, the $700,000 housing cost, all of it was supposed to change this, but it didn't. Not for Marcus, not for Daniel, not for thousands of others still out here. So the reality becomes clear. This isn't just about how much money is spent, it's about what that money actually does. And right now, it's not enough. Because while the system continues to grow, the streets stay the same, the heat keeps rising, and people keep surviving instead of living. So if these stories matter to you, share this. Because the more people see this reality, the harder it becomes to ignore. And if you want to understand what's really happening inside these systems, subscribe to GlobePath. Because in the next video, we're going inside another city that spent even more money and somehow made the crisis even worse. And the numbers there are even harder to believe.